Welcome to your magic moon message, ladies and gentlemen. This is the peace dealer. Ooh, the moon is in Pisces, the sun is in Leo, and before long we will be in Virgo season. So here's the interesting thing about the cycles. So if we go at the beginning of the year, coming out of Pisces, like if I'm correct, we had Pisces season with the moon in Sag. Then we had Aries season with the moon in Capricorn. Then we had Taurus season starting off with like the moon in Aquarius. Um, and then I think when we had Gemini season, the moon was coming out of Pisces into Aries. And then we had Cancer season, and the moon was coming out of Taurus into Gemini. And then we had Leo season, and the moon was pretty much in its balsamic phase, and then we had the new moon. So all of that resets with this eclipse next month or before it. When we have Virgo season, we're gonna start Virgo season off with the new moon at 0 degrees. So now what we're gonna start to realize, given the orbit of the moon, I was gonna say irregular, but the orbit of the moon doesn't go the same. It's gonna we're gonna see this progression, let's just say. So the moon, as we move forward, will now be after the sun when we start. Of course, we're gonna start the next seasons perhaps after the new moon, basically, is what I'm saying. Or we'll just continue to have the moon kind of pushing forward. So that's very interesting. If I notice with this phase of the moon, as the moon would get closer to the sun, that would be how much more I wouldn't sleep. So like when the moon was squared the sun, and we started the season off with the third quarter square, I was sleeping late. Then the balsamic, I was sleeping at like 4 a.m. But like that being said, it'd be nice to see how this resets. So once Virgo season starts, we're going to be now really mastering through consistency and practice everything we've activated, everything we've started to integrate. Anyway, quick update, y'all. Because I said this on the full moon ceremony, but for those of you who didn't catch that, and since I had first mentioned it on my Magic Moon message, I told you last week I got in a car accident. I think my Turo rental car got stolen and then in going back and forth to correspond because I was not communicating with the driver, they weren't picking up. Both of which are Cancer women, which I thought was very fucking suspect. And both which were miscommunication issues. The Cancer woman who had the car accident abruptly turned left and wanted to talk like, well, anyone can be at fault. No, you were at fault. And this other Cancer woman just would not pick up, won't really call, was very, would tell me she'd take a picture, didn't take a picture. Regardless, I had lost my wallet because I put my wallet on my car, and in recklessly driving back when I realized I lost my wallet to look for my wallet because I didn't know if it was still going to be there, which isn't an excuse. I got pulled over and then I got my car towed. This all happened within a week, and then by the time I get home, my keyboard is done for. My keyboard is acting weird as fuck. It's just the weirdest retrograde, whatever. Anyway, the only silver lining is, even though the police officer, which honestly, if you're an officer of the law, you know how the police actually used to help people in the community, and they still do. You know what I'm saying? Unless they think you're some fucking criminal fugitive who probably doesn't own the car, even though there's whatever. Not that they owed me that. Not that they had to do that. They were just doing their job, but They could have really just driven me there to see if I was lying or not. My wallet would have been there. I could have given them the ID. They towed my car. The tow truck driver said that he's not a taxi cab driver. And it's like, okay, that's cool. The amount of people who do their job instead of actually being human beings, with other humans, is just mind blowing with me. But it's cool. I don't really care. I didn't complain about any of that. I didn't give them any hard time. I did exactly what they said. I walk on foot to go find my wallet. I asked the people at 7-Eleven. No one knew seen it. Of course they wouldn't, because this bitch is on the floor, like completely broken. The metal package I had was hold on, y'all need to get this wallet. This wallet is really the shit. It's not a paid advertisement, but whatever this wallet is legit, because who knows how many cars actually drove over it. The metal part that has all my credit cards was intact. It was literally just on the floor like this, with all my cars in here. And then I looked further out, and then boom, I saw the other part of my wallet. So that was a good silver lining. That being said, the very next day, I was ready to file an injunctive release. I was actually ready to file at the eighth district Nevada court. I just went to go to the tow truck and because they said I needed a moving permit, just in case they said that I couldn't bring it back. I let them know, hey, I'm ready to file this to court. I just need in writing why you can't give it to me. They gave me back my car. Immediately. I had to pay like $460, with which I'm going to get back because I don't believe I had to pay that. So I sent them a letter yesterday just to kind of reimburse me, but I wanted to get my car back. Boom. Anyway, I spoke to the Turo driver. The Turo driver said that she's at the pool competition at Westgate and that she'll bring the car back at 10 a.m. I told her, actually, it's 10 p.m. She changed the time to 10 p.m. So now Mercury is direct. I think this fuckery is over. We're going to go through the shadow period. If she's lying to me, I'm going to find out tonight because my car's not going to be returned. If she's not, then it was really all just one amazing sense of miscommunication, which is just beautiful Mercury retrograde nonsense. And I don't regret any action that I took. But that being said, as the moon is in Pisces, the moon in Pisces is going to be making a Scorpio signature to this Leo sun, completely transforming your beliefs around what it is you're integrating socially towards others, and how this quality of passion, now that Moon and Sag has shown you how these talents actually integrate, and you've gained greater knowledge through Aqua after integrating it through Capricorn, we're in the breakthrough portion. Okay, for example, I definitely picked up some vibes as far as, oh, you're gonna report this girl who you're a type of person. No one told me this personally, but I got the sense that like maybe I was some kind of snitch because I reported. And mind you, it's really just a miscommunication. Like, I let her know, hey, hit up Turo, because Turo contacted you. They didn't hear from you, so they probably investigated you. I didn't tell her that last part. But you know, certain aspects of my decision making may have been brought up into question, and thankfully I'm stubborn enough to stand 10 toes down and be like, I wish anybody would do that again, because I would do the exact same fucking thing. When you come to my city, you fucking check in, and if you don't check in, boom, don't make me report. I reported to Turo. Next time I report to higher management, and the way higher management will deal with you, it is what it is. But I knew behind all of it, of course, this is just miscommunication. That's why I didn't take it too serious. I was just covering my bases to make sure whatnot. But definitely thought it was amazing to get insight into collective understanding. I like how maybe others can use a situation to twist on you. That, you know, maybe you're the bad person when your entire, you know, boundaries are being crossed. And I think that's just adorable and exposing of the stupidity in this world. But hey, nothing lasts forever. And this retrograde is indeed over. So as it goes through the shadow period opposite Pluto, it's just going to recount these steps. Make sure you're aware of everything that was reevaluated. It's had me locked in. I think this week was one of the best things to happen to me because it just reminded me, it showed me where I give others the benefit of the doubt and why that's fucking stupid. I think it's allowed a more cutthroat part of me to come out. It's also showed me how amazing you guys are. The support you've given me through this week. Knowing that you guys are going through some similar stuff is also really dope and reassuring too. It reminded me quality over quantity. It really just straightened me more into reminding me why I believe what I want to accomplish and what I want, and not allowing external influences to dictate to me what my success looks like, what success is. None of them have anything I would ever want, so why others could try and influence that? It's hilarious. And I would hope you don't do the same thing too, because this shift of the moon in Pisces, as it goes into Aries and changing these beliefs of how you deal with others. If you think Leo is on stage, Aquarius, the opposition, is the audience that Leo performs to. So Pisces is going to be all these collective beliefs that a stage performer might have to navigate through, and how these beliefs shift your social integration of talents and passion. Once this goes into Aries, the shift of beliefs is going to be directed through Aries. And I think it's going to be a very unfortunate thing for others who have desperately seeked to gain leverage over you when they realize that no longer could they never do that, but the bridges that they may have burned by trying to throw you under the bus will irreparably harm them for the rest of their lives, which now put you in a position to gain leverage that you weren't ever even looking for, but you know what to do with it. So as Mercury goes back through the shadow period, do not give away the power you've just taken back. Be prepared to now move through everything that you were reevaluating, so that as the Mercury will catch up to the sun, possibly in Virgo, you gain greater epiphany through analysis. Stand on your values. Don't necessarily be willing to change it because it's unpopular and all those other people could get wedgied to death. It really doesn't matter. You're gonna stand on your proper values for you, not what other people are saying. Well, you should. People are caught up in the world of shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's what you did or what you did. So moon in Pisces, once again, going through the North Node, unlocking everything you're meant to believe. And with Mars in Libra, opposite Saturn and Neptune, is still having you take social action, pushing forward. It's easy for people to judge from the outside looking in. No one knows the sauce you have within. No one knows your own authenticity and individuality unless you let them define it for you, relative to frame or practice. And if you do, that's your decision. If you don't, they'll hate you for it. But now they're just revealing their hand and giving away their power to you for you to respond to and mark your karma. A lot of these beings are really weak and just hide behind a collective authority or principles because they don't have the individuality they wish you had. Okay, other than that, continue to break through, because this perspective of everything that we've gone through is actively shifting so that you understand who you are and how to show on stage who you are when the moon goes into Aries, and we apply this moving forward. Jupiter, of course, is conjuncting Venus over the next couple of days, and when it squares the moon in Aries, you're going to really now tap into this brand new abundant cycle that will also enrich in how much more sincere your emotions are, which now make it allowed to be turbulent and sort through how it is you feel during this period. Other than that, yeah, I would say, of course, with this opposition of Pluto, this is going to be transforming these supernatural talents that are breaking through right now. And now that you've seen through the moon in Sag last year how these talents work, this is going to now supplement what changes in your beliefs subconsciously moving forward. And as long as you're not entertaining beliefs that give your power away to a collective unconscious that wishes to take advantage of any lack of self esteem, you're going to honor what Moon in Virgo 2 weeks ago really produced relative to how you can stand on these values, and how this will now exponentially create more breakthrough moving forward. So make it count, and then we're going to direct this shift of perspective through the Moon in Aries. And until next time, peace.